Welcome to Interviews from Quito. My name is Andy Sebastia. Today's show is the Comedians from Spain, theater comedy on the street. Welcome.
This is a show based on the history and Mediterranean traditions around fire. Fire here is something that is very important, especially during the summer and the summer solstice. So the show has developed a form of characters based on the devils that are more like fauns and satyrs from Greece. And we have put together a show that has been going on for a few years, representing these types of characters, using music, using masks, using pyrotechnics, large fireworks. In this case, here, we will present the legend of Cantuña, the Indian that managed to erase the devil.
La compañía ha nacido en el 1971.
The company was born in 1971 in Barcelona, Spain. As many Catalonian groups started, they came out of a movement of investigation also, that had the necessity to invent a new theater that was not exclusively about text. Rooted in a movement that is perhaps older than those of post-68, and with a clear and deliberate attempt to invest a festive theater that was full of surprises where one could invent all the text, the music, the costumes, and the plot.
Donde se podía inventar todo, el texto, la música, el vestuario, el argumento. Nos conocen principalmente para el teatro de calle.
We are known primarily for street theater. We have, in the 42 years of the company, found ways so that theater can use all the urban architecture. From the Metropolitan Bell Tower, the Bell Tower of San Marcos in Venice, going down with the Fall of the Angels. We go to the places, in the cities, in festivals, and use the urban architecture always with music. With plastic art, with plenty of color, with many surprises and a lot of joy, and a lot of pyrotechnics.
Y mucha pirotecnia. ¿Por qué hemos aguantado? Quizás porque nos hemos reinventado.
Why have we endured? Maybe because we have also reinvented ourselves in these 4 decades. There have been many moments. One of those very important moments, for example, has been the closing of the Olympic Games in Barcelona in 1992, in which we had the opportunity to investigate a lot more, and also with much more money. We were able to investigate a lot more and work with 300, 400 people in a very large project.
En un proyecto muy largo.
My partner in the company has come from various artistic traditions. We are multidisciplinary. So my role is as an actor, but also as an artistic director. I'm in charge of thinking about the script and, per se, to think about how to apply it to the spaces that we perform in. She is an actress and also a graphic designer, and she takes care of production so that the ideas are somehow carried out. There is also a person in charge of the choreography, a musical director, a pyrotechnics manager, a construction manager, and a director of actors. It is a team of 7 people who have come here to Quito, and we've been working with 12 actors and 7 musicians in putting together the legends of the devils.
Para poner en pie estos diablos de leyenda.
Pagan rituals, they form a part of our roots. Since I was a little boy, I was learning to jump the wheel that is lit under the sun on the night of the San Juan solstice. In Don Quixote, when Don Quixote arrives in Barcelona, he arrives on the night of San Juan, and it is full of red-haired horses and celebrates the solstice. We look for roots that bring us back to the celebrations of life. We tried to see how to work with these forms, these ways, as the Greeks did to honor the sun. In this search, we found a syncretism with other civilizations, like here. Here, the sun is worshipped. It is a character that is still sacred, and still many rituals are performed, reinventing and recovering with great pride the prior belonging before the emergence of the Christian religion. So there are things that are very similar. For example, we have the Corpus Christi, the body of Christ, characters that dress in herbs and they search through the forest and dance. And here, in Ecuador, the characters of Corpus Christi dress up as a donkey, right? So we look for these connections and similarities. We always have, as we say in the Eastern Mediterranean, we have always found a conflict between the three monotheistic religions. So when we went to Istanbul and Beira to perform, there were Muslims, Christians, and Jews that came to our shows. Normally, everyone has his or her own space. They don't mix, they don't mingle much. And when they do, this gives us great satisfaction. Because in the end, as a lady told us, we are celebrating being together. Communities that we always look at, and we see each other from the corner of our eye. But in these occasions, I see that the theater can serve to relate and help humans to relate to each other, without prejudices.
Yo pienso que intentamos innovar a partir de la tradición.
I think that we try to innovate from a tradition that I know of, and here because I heard of the stories. In 2008 in Peru, in this play that we are doing right now, a dancer came to work in Barcelona, and I met her. I saw her there, and she began speaking of the similarities. From here, there was a powerful dance of the devils that I thought would make a very interesting mix. Many years have gone by, but during this time, she kept sending me information, a video about the festive corpo that talks of the festivals. This is the material, our stock. Instead of being a literary text, it is more like a live tradition, something that is always changing and modifying. So this is the field in which we are interested in working.
Entonces, este es el campo que nos interesa trabajar, ¿no? Exactamente es lo que os estaba contando. Nosotros tenemos ahí.
We have there, in all of Spain, actually, for our work, for the fire, and our relationship with the fire. It's in all of the towns, the work teams, groups of people who put on masks and light the fire, and jump and dance. And there's a type of fear and a type of attraction that I think also gives an attraction to pyrotechnics. This wild instinct that we have inside, less rational. This is what we bring. We see how the devils work with these sounds, and this animal within them, and these heavy masks full of horns, and this energy. Because we tried linking the vital energy and taking it to the streets. And in a moment we can break time, telephones, Wi-Fi, Facebook, and all of these things, and we can share directly. This is the story. So we have done very well, because it's an excuse. It's the legend of Cantunia. Here, this is where we set up the drama.
Entonces nos ha ido muy bien porque hay una excusa que es la leyenda de Cantunia.
Yo creo que esta es una experiencia muy rica, muy entrañable, porque realmente.
I think this has been a very rich, very intimate experience because we truly had 10 days working together in MIC. It is an exchange, as we explained. We have to do a workshop together on stage production. We are also at the same time assimilating a way to make things, to act. so that the music is a mix between very specific patterns. From 1981, what we have been doing is normally with 30 people. This time, we have only brought 7 people with a clear intention to open up a space here in Ecuador so that people working with us, the street theater performers, can do their thing, other steps.
Trabajando con nosotros, con profesionales de teatro de calle, pueda hacer lo suyo, otros pasos. O sea que es.
There is a clear intention on our part to continue this, that it flowers and grows.
De alguna forma continúe. Empezamos un camino y esto continúe, florezca, crezca. Yo estoy fascinada de estos diablos que son además muy jóvenes, llevan una máscara que son pesado, que son.
I'm fascinated with these devils who are also very young. Some masks are very heavy, which are made by them. There is really a lot of energy. Almost the whole town participates, and there's a very strong spirit inside.
Una cosa muy ancestral, que es un poco la materia.
It is a very ancestral thing that is a little of the material that we like to work with and we like to mix with modern things, and just to dress up and to put the music on and to start to dance. They have assimilated from a very early age, and you can tell they have something, a tradition, a way of jumping and living while carrying the mask that is very old, very ancestral. And immediately, in a very short time, in quotes, a movement of acting and it surfaces, and they want to interpret something, I would say animal, with the noises they make, the sounds.
Yo diría animal, ¿no? También con los ruidos que hacen, los sonidos.
A mí me recuerda mucho algunas de las fiestas.
I'm reminded a lot of our traditions from our world, from our country, that somehow connect us with our ancestors, and they're passed on from parents to children. A certain role of characters that is like a transmission of memory in this moment. To say that the media in modernity, mobile phones, this type of language, it captures us and absorbs us. And we continue with these lives on the street. But still, there are people who each year they don't go on vacations, even during the village festivals. They stay in their village, and they are proud to show what their grandparents did. So our traditions, they live on through our performances in the same way.
Vivo la misma percepción. We
think that connections are true needs of human beings through the mask, through fears, joys, and one's desires to feel alive. They are expressed. I do not know if I express myself well when I tell death the expression, "Go screw yourself." Life does that to death while we are alive.